everybody, and welcome back to my research series on woomy in a blanket. So, a few days ago we found this weird substance in the middle of the forest. And we did a bit of research and things, and I came to a conclusion. But I'm not gonna tell you anything about that yet. First, we're going to need to explain something to you. What is a curse and what is a blessing? Now it's obvious what they mean, but what they are, that's the real question. They can be anything from a normal chair, computer, all the way to space dust. That's how complex it gets. Now, to get a simple conclusion, whether it is a curse or a blessing, is by the weird aura around it. It has a feeling that isn't normal. So, when you feel that, you can think, that's a curse or blessing. But that's the other thing. You don't know which one it is. They have the same feeling around it. You can't tell them apart. They're the same. No differences at all. It's impossible to tell the difference. So, to tell the difference, you must do careful research. Like me. Now, another thing about curses and blessings is they have different series and franchise and everything and subjects. So you like have memes, movies, comics, etc, etc, etc. And one of the things you have in those different subjects, you have different things like the franchise. So it can just be a normal that spreads over everything or something of a certain topic. That's the thing in our case. Like you have a few other curses. I think there is a Shrek curse that turns people into ogres. Not sure about that one though, but that one does exist. So, yeah. And, well, now we can talk about this. What is this? This is sanitization from the Splatoon community. It's one of the most dangerous, rarest and popular curses from the community. Yeah. Pretty hectic that I found this in the middle of the forest, but it is understandable because, well, why would you want something dangerous in your house? So just bury it. But yeah. So, sanitization. In-game, it's something that takes over the mind. It controls everything in your body. In real life, we have no idea what it does. Nobody wants to know. Well, we want to know, but nobody wants to figure it out. Because it's too dangerous to experiment with this. People are too scared. And that's where I come in, because I'm going to do this. Yes, it will cost my life, probably. But I have a few simple steps that not a lot of people know. The best way so far to come to a conclusion, well, to get to know more about it, you know, looking at its history. Now, I'm not the guy that would take my good spare time to just research something as dumb as sanitization. No. That's why I got help from a certain doctor. Hey Doc, good that you're here.
Hey, yes, you called?
Yes, indeed. You see, I found this weird substance in the middle of the forest called sanitization. And you know a bit more about its creation, don't you?
Why, yes, indeed. As of you speaking, I'm talking about it right now.
Neat. Mind telling me about it?
Sure thing. You see, I have a theory about how the sanitization is explained in the OST of the Octa expansion.
Interesting theory.
So we start by reaching the Promised Land, when poor Octolings step into a blender and, well, get blended.
And that's how it begins? Kind of dark, to be honest.
Of course it's dark, it's part of the Splatoon lore. But anyways, after being blended, all that's left is a sentient sludge. A blood with thoughts, basically. After that, it gets transported with the most likely solution being pipes.
So you could say it's a living being.
Yes, you could say that.
That could be the reason why it reacts to sound. Interesting to know.
Sure, that could be the reason. But okay, during the transportations, the goop has realizations on what happened. A crisis, maybe even several ones at that. And when it reaches its destination, the processing begins. There is probably a big facility with 7 victims that fell for the trap.
This does something interesting to me. So basically, sanitization is made of different blended octolings, so different souls think about different things. That's why the aura changes so much.
Yep, you could say that, but it doesn't end there, you know? They get transported to the final processing phase that includes high pressure. After all the processing is finished, chemicals are added to finalize the substance, and all that's left are barely any memories of what happened before.
Now that's a lot of interesting and good to know information. Thank you so much, Doc. You have been a great help. I think I'll be able to make a conclusion with all the information you've just told me.
No problem, man.
Bye-bye! So, we just found out a lot of interesting things about sanitization. And one of the things is something probably not a lot of us researchers know about. So, we were trying to find out all this time, cursed or blessed. Now, I eventually went with everyone else, it is a curse, you know. I thought, okay, my research also comes out, it's a curse. But with the history, now we have something else. It's not cursed, and not even blessed. It's both of them mixed together. Blessed. So, that's something. Now, it's not really important, but hey, it's something at least. Now, what does it have to do with woomy in a blanket? Let's just say woomy in a blanket does have to do with sanitization. It would mean it's one of the few blurred memes out there. Blurred memes are pretty rare and only found near coasts or near the edge of a country, something like that, near the borders or something, which would make sense. The forest was literally in the middle of a border, so that's why I probably found it there, because that's where the first person found it and put it in the foil and buried it or something. So yeah, now I'm gonna do something completely crazy. The fandom. The fandom sort of acts like sanitization. Now it might sound crazy, but the fandom, it's, let's just say, chaotic. In a fun way, But sanitization is also a bit chaotic. It's a lot of thoughts, just happy, sad, and all of those meshed together, which kind of is chaos. So in that way you could draw a line, and let's just say that if the fandom sort of acts like the meme it's based on, woomy in a blanket, it could draw a line. And we can test that theory. You see, curses, blessings, blurses even, all have an attraction point. They have a calling point and an attraction point. So, calling point for sanitization is music, as we found out. But what is its attraction point? We don't know. Nobody knows. So that's what we're going to have to find out. But first I'm going to tell you attraction points. What is it exactly? Now, the calming thing for the Marie plush, again, that is Pepsi. But the thing it's attracted to is knives. So, it will find a knife, grab it and stab people to death. That's just the thing it does. That's the curse. So, if we can find something sanitization is attracted to, which we can do because we have sanitization, we could lure a woomy in a blanket here in my hands. And well, we would basically have the physical item. It's far from easy, but I'm willing up to give everything I have just to do this. So, next episode, we are going to find the attraction point of sanitization and probably capture Woomy in a blanket. As I say, think with your heart, do with your brain, and meme on. Bye bye. Hello everybody, welcome to the end card. We're still working on it, but I still think that an end card is important for this video because it's a collaboration. I want to thank Dog for collaborating with me. It was great fun, and well, you should check out his channel. Link is in the description and probably somewhere next to me. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna continue working.